Tim from Ski Rex Media here with a little bit of a bonus episode this week. How is that, possible? And not doing a mini cast, and why I'm not including it as a mini cast, and why I'm doing it as episode 25B is because, as you saw in the title, I kind of wanted to revisit it, and this will be quick, I think. I wanted to revisit it and retract a little bit because it was pointed out to me, and it was a good point, that I kind of spoke like a hypocrite. I kind of spoke as a hypocrite, I think is more proper. Lance from Twitter and Facebook. Actually, he follows me on Facebook too, but from Twitter, and he interacts with the with the podcast and the channel a lot. And I like what he says. I value his feedback because he's in broadcasting. And this isn't like traditional broadcasting. Obviously, this is a podcast. But there are similar ideas that, that go with both. And so if he tells me anything, I'll listen to it typically. And he did point out that I kind of, in the safety episode 25 was all about safety, be safe, hashtag be safe, that I kind of pushed for helmet use, but don't do it. I don't wear one. And so I did kind of come off as a hypocrite, especially since I also rattled off a bunch of other safety equipment, and I don't use any of it. Skiing, I never have. Most of when I have used safety equipment, I have used it. Pardon me, I am so tired. I am so tired. There's going to be a lot of stuttering and loss of thought on this one. But anyway, I have used safety equipment, especially inline skating because I'm no good at it. Mountain biking, I've used helmets and stuff. But skiing, I've never used helmets. The most I've done is wrap my knee. So I did not mean to come across as a hypocrite at all. And he does make a good point. I shouldn't be advocating for it if I don't do it. The best I can do, I think, is tell you what's out there, what's available, and what, maybe we should all be getting into. And I rattled off a bunch of stuff: mouth guard and, chest protector, back protector, hip protection. I've known snowboarders use hip protection, wrist guards, knee guards. Some days I think, I've known a couple people who've gotten really bad neck injuries, and if we could get that Hans or Hans device, the head and neck support device that NASCAR uses, man, that would go a long way. So I can list off all of this stuff, but my point, making any points about it beyond that, are completely moot because I don't use them, and I really should. So what did I do? I started shopping for a helmet, and I'm probably going to get one. I found one that is full face, and I'm not going to lie. Part of what drew me to this helmet was it looks like you put this thing on bright white and you're a snow trooper, a stormtrooper from, during the Battle of Hoth and Empire, man. That's what you are. So the look is what drew me to it. And it's a little pricey, I'm not going to lie. So I would be spending a lot on that helmet, but I might just get a regular helmet. Although I did like the full face feature. I don't know anybody who uses a helmet that rides full face, or full faced, but I think I would like to have that, if it's there. I don't know yet. So when it comes to safety, I think I'm starting to shop for a few more pieces of gear. I'm going to shop for the helmet and try and get one before I can get back out on the mountain, because I can't ski yet this year. I'm not off the DL yet. I'm still on the DL. But I think I would like to get one, and have that in my arsenal. Maybe a mouth guard. I don't know. I did suggest that, and I've many times, hit a little bump and, hit kind of hard and flat footed and just, teeth get slammed together, and that sucks. And if you bite your tongue, that sucks. So I might get into that. And I'm definitely going to either get a new knee brace or a better bandage. So I'm going to work on it. I am. This isn't really a retraction. Retraction in the title might be inaccurate. It's more me saying, you know what? If I'm going to talk about it, I should practice what I preach, and that's fair. And I'm going to shop for the helmet and pick one up. There was a comment. I did see it. I haven't replied to it yet. So if you see this before I reply to it, here's why. But by the time this goes up, I absolutely will have replied to it, I think. But who made the point about how years ago, there were no helmets. Nobody wore one. And then through the 90s and into the 2000s, that's when we started to see them. And I'm sure that's similar for any action sport or any sport that can be classified as action sports. They come along, the safety equipment comes along later, maybe. I don't know. It seems right to me. I've known skateboarders who didn't wear them, safety equipment for a while, and then they started to. So I think I'm going to get into it because I would like to be safer. I can say, though, the gear aside, what I was saying, because that's about protecting yourself. I think I can still stand. I still think I still have a leg to stand on when it comes to one's safety towards others. Meaning, as I'm skiing, for instance, if I'm crossing a trail and they're coming down and I'm going this way, I yield. I absolutely yield. I can look both ways before crossing. And I know downhill person has, right of way. I always call out left or right or backside if I'm passing a snowboarder, backside, you know the deal. So I definitely practice that stuff, which kind of, that doesn't really go along with the hypocrite thing. That just kind of seems weird that I practice keeping not even weird because, help your fellow man and woman. But it is definitely different. I do practice all that stuff, the yielding right of ways, calling out my pass sides or the side I'm passing on. I told you I'm tired, dude. Holy smokes, am I tired? Calling out the side I'm passing on. So if nothing else, try that at least. That I can support you doing and doing that because I do all those things. That I actually do. And it, people have seen it, and I do it on bicycles too, like the passing, like passing on your left, passing on your right, whatever needs to be done. And, and get this is a little bonus. Night skiing. This is kind of goofy because it wasn't done with safety in mind. And I was younger and I wasn't much younger. It's like 5, 6, 7 years ago. But the hat I wear, my winter hat, typically a friend made it for me, and it's reflective. So for the night skiing, I'm gold. I'm gold, baby. You can't not see me. I don't glow in the dark, but I reflect in the light. It's really cool. If you hit my hat with a flashlight, you can see it light up. It was crocheted for me, so that's really cool. So there you go. That's all I wanted to say is that I didn't mean to come off as a, not practicing what I preach kind of guy, but I did, and I didn't think about it. I was thinking that, just throw this out there, and but it's good for a list. I hope it got you thinking. It got me thinking that, there are things out there I should probably, tool myself up, so to speak, and and then I can come back once I'm a little closer to 100% safety geared. That's all. Quick little bonus episode for you. Plus, I feel like some of you might like to see my face or hear my voice. I maybe it's therapeutic. Maybe I should get into the ASMR, AMSR. I forget what it is right now. I'm so tired I can't even make good jokes. But do I make good jokes anyway? Anyway, so thank you for listening to my revisit and retraction little bonus episode there for you. Enjoy your weekend. Wherever you are, be safe, practice some safety if you can, and I'm going to get better on mine. And you watch yourself and then watch your friend's back or your wife's back or your husband's back or boyfriend, girlfriend, your children, whatever. Just keep an eye out for each other. Do your best you can, and know your limits. There's nothing wrong with limits. Some people say, push your limits. Bullshit. You push your limits to a point, but don't go overboard. All right. Maybe I play it too cautious. Look down in the description for everything you need to know about Ski Rex Media, including contact information, where to find the podcast on other places other than where you're listening to or watching now. The website, skirexmedia.com. Patreon is in there if you want to support the show a little bit. Check that out. In fact, I have to do better with that, so we're going to start doing better with that. Okay? I'm going to try and keep this one under 10 minutes. So I am Tim from Ski Rex Media once again doing my little revisit and retraction, and I'll see you all out there at some point. And to also tune in next week. I don't know what I'm talking about next week, but we'll figure it out. All right, guys. Have a good weekend. I'll see you out there. Peace.